Hello, Jerry Hendricks here, pastor of First Baptist Church Sweetwater, and wanted to share just a little bit of information about this Sunday. This Sunday is one of the most celebrated weeks of worship that we have throughout the year. We've called it Reunion Sunday, and it's a time where we have the opportunity to be reunited with people who've been former members, family members who have moved away, or just our guests that we've invited to this special day of worship. Obviously, it's been a little bit challenging this year to think what we might do rather than having a reception and some of the typical meetings that we would have for Reunion Sunday. And so we've come up with a plan that fits some of the other things that we've been doing throughout this pandemic year. We are going to be having a worship via on our live stream as well as in person. So if you're comfortable coming to worship with us in person, we'd sure invite you to do that. We're going to have our church is sectioned off where there's distance from everyone. We have masks available and sanitizers, so it's a good, safe place to come and worship with others. But if you are joining us, if you'd like, you can join us by live stream instead. But in particular, for those guests who are not able to worship with us in person, we're inviting you to a special Zoom worship meeting. Now, you may not be familiar with Zoom. It's a real easy application that a lot of people have already become acquainted with because of the need to have meetings throughout this pandemic year, but the inability to meet in person. And so it's an application that you can download on your mobile device, or you can use your PC if it has a camera, or your laptop if it has a camera. And we have included instructions at the bottom of this instructional video. You can follow those steps, and then on Sunday you'll be able to join us for our Zoom meeting. Now, a couple of things that we want to share with you, that we want to make this a safe meeting place. And a lot of people have been concerned since folks have started using Zoom a lot that there are some security concerns. And so what we've asked you to do is not to share the password or the meeting ID with anyone on social media. If you want to use that to invite friends to participate, that would be perfect, but send it to them in a text or an email. We are only providing this link on this newsletter. It's on last week's newsletter and then today's newsletter, and that's the only places that we have provided. So we do need you to share that link with others and invite them to be a part of our worship in this special Zoom worship meeting. During our worship time and during a couple of the segments, we're going to go to the Zoom and live feed so that in the worship center, we'll be able to see you, and I think you'll be able to see us, or at least you'll be able to see the worship as we worship together on Sunday morning. We've not ever tried anything like this, but we do believe that we're going to have a practice session tonight and believe that we can pull this off. And we're real excited about having this opportunity to meet in this unique way. Another thing that we'd ask you to do, and this is very important, even for people who are accustomed to using Zoom, you need to go in and put your name on the program so that when it comes up on our screen and we invite you to the worship, we allow you to come in to the screen. It has someone, we know who it is. If it just says iPhone or iPhone 7, iPhone 11, we don't know who that is. And if we let that in, not knowing who it is, we could be compromised in some way. So you'll need to go to those settings and change that and add your name. The best choice would be to add your first and last name. That way, when we see the waiting room in the column on the right of this Zoom session, we'll know if it's Teak Hamilton or Taylor Hamilton. We're expecting Taylor to be a part of this, or Russ Riddle. Hopefully Russ will join us, but we'll know exactly who we're allowing into our worship service. So we hope that you can follow these instructions. If you don't, reach out to us and we'll be able to help you with that. But we look forward to being a part of worship together on this Reunion Sunday, and we look forward to seeing you at 10:30 a.m.